Everyone loves to hate on T-Series as they essentially break all the rules on YouTube. They're a business rather than an individual creator, and they simply upload songs and clips from movies, adding nothing to them to make it their own. Though it's easy to hate on them, T-Series is actually an ingenious licensing business that has effectively taken advantage of the exponentially growing platform of YouTube, growing to 142 million subscribers. So, with that many subscribers, how much money does T-Series actually make? Well, starting off with their revenue is quite straightforward, as most, if not all of their revenue is from Google AdSense. They don't do sponsorships, affiliate marketing, merchandise, or Patreon. So all we really have to do is estimate their CPM, or the revenue they get for every 1,000 views. Nowadays, as advertisers see YouTube as a much more influential and reputable platform, ad rates have followed suit, with some educational channels seeing well into $10 plus CPM range. However, a few categories that have more or less stayed the same are gaming, entertainment, and of course, music videos. This is because the audience who watches these videos is much less likely to convert into sales, making them less desirable for advertisers. Furthermore, when people get hooked to a song, they have a habit of looping it. Though this is great for engagement and views, this is not so good for ad revenue, as ads only play once if you put a video on loop. As a result, CPMs for music videos are generally in the $1 to $2 range. Something else to consider is that the main demographic of T-Series is in India, which generally has lower CPMs than Western countries. For instance, the median CPM in the US is $5.33. But the median CPM in India is less than half of that at $2.02, and that's before YouTube's 45% cut. So really, the median CPM in the US is $2.93, and the median CPM in India is $1.11. Given this 2.64 to 1 ratio and estimating that the average CPM for Western music is $1.50, this would mean that T-Series gets around 56 cents per 1,000 views. To be conservative, we'll just call it 50 cents. Next up, as for their viewership, we all know about their main T-Series channel, which has been pulling well into the 3 billion range for 2 years now. But they actually have 29 different channels with upwards of 200 million subscribers. Ignoring the pandemic spike, T-Series is able to pull in about 3 billion views a month with 142 million subscribers. So with 200 million subscribers across all their channels, they generate about 4.225 billion views per month, or right about 50 billion views per year. With our 50 cent CPM, this would generate $25 million in annual revenue. Now, Bhushan Kumar, the co-owner of T-Series, has revealed that YouTube only accounts for about 20% of the total revenue, meaning that their total company's revenue is about $125 million per year. But the other 80% of the company has nothing to do with YouTube. T-Series has been around since 1983, and they are a legitimate movie and music production company with over 45 films, and that continues to be their main revenue source. But for the purposes of this video, we'll keep it to just their revenue from YouTube, which is at $25 million from AdSense. Now, they don't get to keep all of that though, as they have to pay for the licensing of the thousands of songs they have uploaded, and that's not cheap by any means. In fact, half of their revenue will go towards paying the copyright owners. There's not much information available on the average price per view for licensed music, as the details for such deals are generally not revealed. But looking at the pricing structure of one company that offers music licensing for YouTube videos, for non-sponsored content, they're looking for about $115 per million views. However, for sponsored content, they actually want $675 per million views. T-Series has a lot of bargaining power with content owners, as they can expose their content to literally hundreds of millions of people. But one main thing to keep in mind is that the music T-Series posts is not from small to mid-sized companies that are still in beta mode. It's from some of the largest production studios in the world. So it's no doubt that they'll charge much more than the $115 per million views that Licked is charging. Thus, the amount T-Series per million views is likely around $200 to $300. Estimating right in the middle, we'll call it $250 per million views, which wipes out exactly half of their AdSense revenue, putting them at $12.5 million. As for their payroll, according to their LinkedIn page, they have 372 employees. But it's likely that not many of these people are actually involved in a YouTube side of business, as T-Series is not a very labor-intensive channel to run. Of course, they'll need people to negotiate terms with copyright owners, people to post content, people to make thumbnails and update them, and they'll need accountants to calculate revenue and payouts to copyright owners. But this can easily be done with 10 employees or less. Looking at a few of the reported Glassdoor salaries, it seems like they pay their tech workers about $780 a month. Let's just call it $1,000, accounting for any benefits or perks their employees may receive. With 10 employees, this would cost $120,000 a year to sustain. We'll throw in another $30K for equipment, internet, office space, and so on and so forth. This means that T-Series has an operating profit of roughly $11 million per year. After 22% in taxes, this leaves them with a net profit of $8.58 million annually. Now, this is an outstanding amount, but comparatively, this is actually quite low for a conglomeration of channels with 200 million subscribers. There are hundreds of YouTubers with less than 10% of the total sub count who make about the same or even more, and they pale in comparison to companies that have similar subscriber counts. So, though T-Series is the largest YouTube channel by far, they're actually not the most profitable channel. If you're interested in learning about the YouTube multi-billionaire with 420 million subscribers, then consider checking out my video on them. And also, consider subscribing to see more questions logically answered. But until then, I'm Hari, and I'll see you guys on the next one.